client once told me that they feel behind. They feel that other people their age are further along than them and that they want more out of life. And I remember thinking to myself that there had been times in my life as a therapist that I'd felt the same way, like I was behind. And we hear all the cliche stories and cliche examples that life isn't a race and everybody's at a different point in their life. But here's a practical story that I shared with this client that I think is really helpful, that was shared with me many years ago. It said, a young boy walks up to a wall in the ether. And this wall is transparent. He can see through the wall, and as he approaches, it's massive. And right on the other side of the wall are all of the things that he ever wanted in his life. Peace, abundance, wealth, a family, love, acceptance. And as he's approaching this big transparent wall, he sees a door. And as he approaches, he knocks on the door, and the greeter answers and says, "What's the password?" And the young man says, I don't know. And so the greeter says, well, why don't you go and talk to your mentor, your sponsor, your guidance counselor, go talk to somebody and get the password. And so the young boy goes and he talks to his sponsor, and the sponsor gives him the password, and the boy says, that's it? The sponsor says, just go and try it out. Give it a shot. And so as the young man is walking back to the wall, he's elated and excited because he can see all these things, everything he ever wanted in his life, where he wanted to be, and all of the wonderful things. And he walks up to the door and he knocks, and the greeter says, what's the password? And the young man says, I am nothing. I am no one. I'm the hole in the donut. And the greeter says, come on in. The door's unlocked. I reminded my client of this story because we can get so caught up in wanting to be something, wanting to be someone, wanting to be remembered, wanting to make a ton of money, wanting our careers to be better than where they're at and what they are. But the most important thing for us to remember is that it's not always about us. All right? We're the center of our focus and the center of our world, sometimes in a way that is destructive. When what would be helpful is to remember that sometimes our greatest calling is to be of service to others and to not expect things to come back to us in return. And I can share this from experience, that when we get aligned with being of service to other people, to being of service in our communities, good things come our way, things that we could have never planned for ourselves individually. And so I would highlight the main perspective from this story is not that you won't have good things because you're not important or because you're not valuable, but quite the opposite. That you have a responsibility to embrace your value and your worth without letting it consume you, without getting lost in this idea of who you are, but getting into a state where you embrace being of service to the people and the communities around you. And if you do that, you'll never feel behind. If anything, you will feel supported and catapulted into a future that you want for yourself. We hope you found this information useful, valuable, helpful, encouraging. If so, hit the like and subscribe button. Let us know in the comments ways that you're of service to the people that you love and to the people in your community. We would love to hear all of those encouraging stories. Tune in here for more information and stories just like this. We will see you next time.